Shifting gears, here come some substitutions.
Team foul number 2. That's the first foul in the last 2 minutes.
Leonard. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
And a throwdown. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
Leonard to George. From long range, Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him. Caldwell Pope to Cousins. Lets it fly from long range. Oh, boogie. Zero hesitation. Knocks it down from 3.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Leonard to Paul George. Here's a chance from long range. And Paul George, not sure why they left him that wide open. Takes advantage.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Caldwell Pope. And the rebound brought down by Harrell. We're through one at Staples Center with the Clippers on top. Jay and I back with more after this. It's NBA Thursday night on EA Sports. One quarter down, and Jay, you know both coaches wanted to see more stops on the defensive end, but was that fun to watch or what?
You know why?
Why?
Because of the versatility. Because this is positionless basketball, which makes it beautiful to watch. Everybody can triple threat, dribble, drive, shoot the 3, do things from long distance. It's a thing of beauty where this game is going.
James to Kyle Kuzma, going to launch, beyond the arc. It's good. Count the basket and the foul.
Ed, body control is everything, especially on the defensive side of the floor. That was a great contest up top, but your body hit him on the way down. That's a foul every time.
You can count that one a 4-point play. Throws it down.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
LeBron James, tough matchup against George. And Cousins throwing it down.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
George. Offensive board. Down low George. And stuffs it home. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
James into the front court. Down 6. Kyle Kuzma, he engulfed him that time.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Beverly off the mark. No good. Danny Green to Kyle Kuzma. Fires the 3. No issues for Kuzma. Hand in his face. He drills it.
Just let me break down to all the young players at home how special of a pass this was. That was a perfect delivery, and it hit the player right in the chest.
Beyond the arc for 3. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Don't seem shocked. This is how the game is played these days. Shooting a 3 is like shooting a layup.
Now the Lakers going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. James against George. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Now that's a contest.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Lakers ball. Fires the 3. Long Island zone. Danny Green with the 3.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that 3 despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
had made his first three, but that shot off the mark. Cousins to Davis. Paul George sends it away. And that's going to be out of bounds off of George. Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups. James to Danny Green. Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Paul George to Leonard. LeBron James sends it away.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Leonard. And the rebound gathered in by Davis. The pass taken away by the Clippers. To Williams. George against Cousins. Add 2 points to the board. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
That's off of Leonard, out of bounds. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. James goes to the right side. Caldwell Pope. That's off the side of the rim, short. Flushes it home.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Leonard. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal. Kawhi Leonard. Huge block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
4-3. That's what the King does. James, the quick catch and shoot there, 4-3.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. No, I missed a short one there.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off 2 legs and expect the contact.
And they called a foul. Felt the breeze there, Jay.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Team foul number 1. That's the first foul in the last.
And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers. LeBron against Paul George. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake. Deep three at the buzzer. So we head to intermission all tied up in what's been a tight one from the start. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen. All even to the first half of play as we get rolling once again here in the third quarter. Beverly into the front court. Our score all even in this third quarter. Nothing going here on that drive to Beverly. Defense making the ball carrier work. And it's Kuzma able to clear the rebound. Oh, emphatic slam.
It's not every day that you see a 6'9", 265-pound freight train coming down the lane. You probably want to step out of the way.
Leonard. Tough shot. He hits.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't overcommit. Stunt, then get back to you, or stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
Davis to Danny Green. James for three. Won't go down. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
It's a big finish.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. To Leonard. From long range, he's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off three-point shots.
Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Beverly into the front court. Leads a bucket. Lets it fly from long range, and that's rebounded by the Lakers. Great feed. Stuffs it down with authority.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to submit his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
Nothing going here on that drive. LA with 4 to shoot. From the painted area, won't go down. LeBron into the front court. Tie game, third quarter. To Danny Green. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers. Luke Walton making some changes on the court.
Number 7, JaVale McGee.
James. Clippers have got it.
Tie ball game. Make this possession count.
Leonard. And he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. First free throw is good. Knocks down the second free throw. Hits all 3 free throws.
Good shot, buddy. Good shot, buddy.
LeBron with it up top. His guys down 3. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Jared Dudley. Leonard. Well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
George, defended by Cousins. Here's a chance from long range. Message received. Well defended.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
And the true test of a team's character is how they respond when they get hit in the mouth. Keep digging.
It's James. That's how you defend.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Not done yet. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor.
Number 3, Anthony Davis.
Jared Dudley rejects it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
JaVale McGee with a piece.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Caldwell Pope. Not that. Look out. Anthony Davis with the slam.
Brow down, Ed, when you coming to my town.
Wow, you rhyming right there?
Obviously.
Williams to George. Fires the three, and Paul George nails it from downtown.
Everything looks great when you shoot the ball like this. And yes, Ed, this team does have some issues, but they are all masked and camouflaged with this shooting display we're watching.
And they call it.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in.
Team foul number 1. First foul in the last 2 minutes. Into the game for the Lakers, number 0, Kyle Kuzma.
James. And the rebound grabbed by the Clippers. Oh, can't do that.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Anthony Davis, that's his first personal foul. The Lakers are now in the penalty.
Straight on three. At the buzzer. That ends the third quarter. The Clippers have the lead. It's Lakers ball as we start the fourth quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ball game.
To Kyle Kuzma. Oh, I had him going there for a second. Oh, they called the foul, Jay.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
To Danny Green. Kyle Kuzma. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. Leonard. Add another one to his total. That's now 7 threes for the ball game.
And the ball is finding him wherever he goes on the court. Man, that boy, he the best.
James to Davis. James smothering D.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Leonard to Beverly. Leonard. George. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. To Davis. And look out.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
The pass taken away by the Lakers.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Beyond the arc for three. Danny Green can't get that one to go. Defense all over him. To Beverly. LeBron James swats it. Los Angeles, they have it. And flushes it down. No stopping AD here.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Beverly into the front court. It's an 8-point lead. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. LeBron against George. Shot from the lane won't go. JaVale McGee to Danny Green. James. Great defense, forcing the miss. To Paul George. Strong finish for Paul George.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
No issues for Kuzma. Hand in his face, he drills it.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the three-point line.
That is great vision to set it up. Kyle Kuzma, strong finish.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
New blood coming in for both sides. Paul George trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. Across the timeline comes James. His guys trail by 10. Knocks it down from mid-range.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
To Leonard. Tight space with the crossover, and they call it.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
First one goes down. And he makes them both. James matched up with Paul George. Fires the three. LeBron James drills the three.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
George, great look and vision. Hat-trick Beverly, not shaken for the early struggles. Maybe this is a sign of things to come.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Yes, give the advantage to the shooter.
Look, that shot was going up regardless of what the defender was trying to do. That's called a heat check.
Leonard to George. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
LeBron into the front court. His club's staring up at an 8-point deficit. And now a reach, and that's going to be an intentional foul. Free throws here in the final minute of play. Paul George has got 2 shots coming. He's perfect from the line so far. Able to convert on both free throws. Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout. It's their second and final one of the last 3 minutes. They cannot stop the clock again.
Just a friendly reminder, the winner of today's ticket raffle. You have until the end of today's game to claim your prize at the customer service desk.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. James trying for a 30-point night, but it's no good. Add 2 points to the board.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
To Leonard. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs to guard on the next play down the court.
It's James. He's had a good shooting performance, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough.
Yeah, no one else pretty much helped out. As a coach, I would be irate that nobody helped pick up the slack. Look, one man can never beat 5.
That misses with 2 seconds to go. It's the Clippers who come away with the victory.